Today we will study about the stereoisomerism in biphenyl compounds. So what are biphenyl compounds? Biphenyl compounds are those which contain two phenyl rings, and these two phenyl rings are connected with a sigma bond. So we can see in this picture uh, the two phenyl rings are connected with one sigma bond, and such compounds having the two phenyl rings, some of them show conformational isomerism through rotation of a single bond. So let us understand in detail by taking uh, some examples. Here, when the biphenyl molecule contains different groups on ortho position, then it cannot rotate about the central signal bond because of the steric hindrance. That is, it makes a restricted rotation. So such type of stereoisomerism, which is because of the restricted rotation about the single bond, is called as atropisomerism. So this is an important term, atropisomerism, which is because of the restricted rotation about the single bonds, particularly in case of biphenyl compounds. And in case of the substituted biphenyl compound, which do not contain chiral carbon, but the molecule is chiral because of the restricted rotation about the single bond. That means we know that for a compound to be optically active, the molecule or at least a carbon should be chiral carbon. It should be a symmetric carbon. In case of biphenyl compound, even if it is a substituted biphenyl compound, there is no chiral carbon. But still the molecule is chiral. This is because of the restricted rotation about the single bond. So thus they exist because of the restricted rotation. The molecule exists in two forms which are non-superimposable mirror images of each other, and thus they are called as atroisomers. And thus ultimately we can say that because of the absence of the plane of symmetry, they are called as optically active. So such types of substituted biphenyl compounds which are chiral molecules, because of the restricted rotation about the single bond, are said to be optically active because of the lack of plane of symmetry. Here we can see one example of 6,6-dinitro 2,2-difenic acid. So in this, the molecule contains bulky groups on all the ortho positions, that is 2 nitro group and COH group. Both these groups are bulky groups, and because they are present on ortho position, they are very close to each other, and hence there is a restriction for the rotation around the single bond. Thus, the two benzene rings are not planar. The molecule contains different orthosubstitutive groups on each ring, and thus, because of the lack of symmetry, because it is not planar, the molecule is said to be optically active. And we can see there are two atropisomers for this molecule as it is optically active. So even if the chiral carbon is not present, the molecule is chiral and therefore it is optically active. So a reaction in which a particular stereoisomer reacts to give one specific stereoisomer as a product is actually of interest, and such type of reactions which are taking place are having a very specific name, and that is called as a stereospecific reaction. So in case of stereospecific reactions, one particular particular stereoisomer, when it reacts and it gives only specific stereoisomer, then that type of reaction is called as stereospecific reaction. And the reaction is called as stereospecificity. Different stereoisomers give the different stereoisomers. For example, we'll take an example of the isomers of 2-butene. So we will carry out the bromination reaction, that means the addition of bromine to 2-butene. We will take two isomers, cis isomers and the trans isomer. So when cis isomer reacts with bromine in carbon tetrachloride, the product which is obtained is the racemic 2,3-dibromobutane. And the same reaction, if we carry out with the trans isomer, then we can see that the product which is obtained is the meso 2,3-dibromobutane, which means that the cis and the trans isomer, they are reacting separately. The products are different. Each of the isomer is showing, it is displaying stereospecificity. Another important term which we will understand is the stereoselectivity. Now, stereoselective reaction is a reaction in which one stereoisomer is formed predominantly over number of other possible stereoisomers. So such type of reaction is called as stereoselective reaction. In this particular reaction, one stereoisomer is formed more rapidly, which results into the selective type of reaction. Like for example, if we carry out the reaction between A and B, so we will get C and D as a product. But sometimes it so happens that the percentage yield of C is more than D. That means, for example, if C is having 75% relative yield and D is having 25% relative yield, then we can say that this particular reaction is stereoselective reaction, because the product which is obtained is predominant in one product. Here is an example which will get a clear picture about such reaction. We will carry out addition of bromine to cyclohexene, and we can see that this reaction is stereoselective because only the trans dibromocyclohexane is actually obtained. We can see here cyclohexene plus bromine. If we carry out the reaction, we get the product trans 1,2-dibromocyclohexene, and we do not get the cis 1,2-dibromocyclohexene, which is quite obvious reaction. Usually we should get the two products, two isomers, cis and trans. But in this particular reaction, the cyclohexane is converted into only the trans isomer and not the cis isomer, and thus this particular reaction is a stereoselective reaction because it is showing stereoselectivity. So that's how we have studied about the stereochemistry of biphenyl compounds. So an important question, like we analyze the stereoisomerism in biphenyl compounds. Then we studied about the stereospecific and stereoselective reaction. So both of the reaction we studied with example. So simple questions can be expected on both of these topics separately. Similarly, number of multiple choice questions can also be asked, like how many phenyl rings are present in biphenyl compound. So as we know, as it is a biphenyl compound, it is obviously containing two phenyl rings. Likewise, there can be some definitions about the stereospecific reaction, about stereoselective reaction, what is stereospecificity, what is stereoselectivity, and how the specificity is exhibited by some molecule and not by other molecules. How the selectivity is exhibited, for example, in case of cyclohexene, which gives only the trans isomer and not the cis isomer. So such types of questions can be asked on this particular topic, and there are certain important references which you can refer for detailed study on this particular topic.